Hello, and it's Faisal Khan. Welcome. Today, I want to talk about a topic that has been on my mind for a long, long time, which is, talk about Binance. And I thought I'd, explain what's happening in the Binance world, so to speak, and why this is so important. Binance is the world's largest crypto exchange by volume, and I think there's no denying that. And it's established in 2017 by Changpeng Zhao, and better known as CZ. And he's basically a Canadian. And when he established it in 2017, there was a huge rush in getting a Binance account. Today, you can get a Binance account, and it's really easy, very minimal KYC. And you can load money onto it, load money off it, and that's a huge plus. No one really knew where Binance was registered. It was said Cayman Islands, and it was said UK, it was said US, it was said maybe they have a license in Estonia, or maybe Malta, or they were registered with the FCA, etc. But anyways, Binance became pretty big, and as always, when you become big, then you are too big to be ignored, and too big to be ignored by the financial regulators. And that's exactly what's been happening of late. So one of the things that Binance has Binance.com, which operates in the rest of the world, and Binance.us, which they're doing for the US part. And, it's Binance US CEO, they signed up a CEO. They had a woman previously with Binance, and she resigned as a CEO. Then this new guy came in, and just 4 months into it, he resigned as well. And if you go to Binance, Binance.us, is very interesting because they actually have a separate company for that. And I think it was related somewhere right at the very bottom. They have the name registered for it. BAM Trading Services, DBA, Binance US. And if you go to the NMLS website, and you type BAM Trading, or let's just go there and we'll type it, BAM Trading. We have to pass this check. JDR. And you see that BAM Trading. So BAM Trading now has licenses in 32 states. I will try to expand this so that you guys can see it. So these are the licenses that Binance has in 32 states right now, active 32 states. So you see New York, California is not there yet, New York is not there yet, and Texas is not there yet. Those are the big three ones. New York is the difficult one because New York is going to be the BIT license, and but they have their licenses. It's One Letterman Drive, based out of San Francisco. This is the legal Binance USA website, and they have licenses. So now they have licenses. But why would a CEO resign? And I think the CEO predominantly resigned because they have a difference of opinion on how to handle regulatory frameworks. I think CZ was trying to do things his way, their way, by trying to, we can do this, we can do this, we can keep this here, we can keep a Cayman Islands company, we can have one here, one here, one here, and try to sort of, I wouldn't necessarily use the word evade, but say, we could maybe bypass legally, in his opinion, or his management's opinion, the entire licensing regime. But guess what? One by one, companies started, the regulators started closing in, and they said, no, you need to be licensed. If you're going to pick up clients from our country, you need to be licensed. And I think that's what essentially was happening. And then again, very recently, just 2 days ago, Binance Crypto Exchange faces a US insider trading probe into whether it exploited its customer order data. This is a very, very serious charge. The reason it's a very serious charge is because Binance is one of the largest exchanges in the world. If it does go to prove that this was done, that customer data was exploited, and not only just within the US, but the customer data was exploited by using the order book from outside the US, which they're not allowed to do, there could be a very hefty fine, a fine so big that it could literally bring down Binance. Now, if you go to CoinMarketCap, and you look at Binance over here, and we'll look at it very, very quickly. Binance Coin has a market cap right now of 60 billion. So, right, sure, they could print more money and they could pay a fine of, even up to $1 billion if they wanted to. Yes, it will take a huge hit on it, but they could do that. Technically, they have the money to do that. But being accused of insider trading is no joke. It's a very serious offense. So I think they're going to be looking at that. Not only that, CFTC is charging whether Binance US residents made trades. And this is again the same thing that I guess what Ripple is going through, mostly in the securities arena. But the Commodities Futures and Trading Commission is concerned that allowed Americans to make bets that violated US rules. I think they're going to be guilty on this one, and this is not going to go easy on Binance. Crypto exchange faces U.S. money laundering probe. This happened earlier this year. They're still happening. That quite a few companies were or coins, etc., were used to do it. CZ had to interject and say, no, we are doing all good. Everything is good. And the word on the street is that they have employed the services of a few crypto companies or AML companies to come and handle their affairs. And the word on the street is also that a few companies have refused to work with CZ and Binance despite the money being offered, because they know that whatever they're involved with might not be looked favorably by the regulators, because the regulators have also gone to the very same companies and have taken services from them. So that's a pretty interesting scenario. But the chain analysis is one such company which basically said in a recent report, and by the way, I have to give a shout out to Crypto Airy, because she taught me this. I love the way she does this. So if you haven't checked out Crypto Airy's channel, do check her out. But I love the fact that she uses Loom and all these browser tabs and does it. So thank you, ma'am, for teaching me that. So a recent report from blockchain forensics firm Chain Analysis said that Binance was a top destination for illicit cryptocurrency in 2019. And Chain Analysis is not a company that would put out a statement like that without ample of proof, and they have got very good proof of doing so. German regulator BaFin takes a crap on Binance and says it's going to crack down on crypto exchange stock tokens. And BaFin is huge. It's a very, very powerful regulator in Germany and within the EU. There's another report that and this is the big one. The UK Barclays started blocking payments to Binance. This move was after FCA announcement that Binance cannot conduct regulated activities in the country, which is UK, and Binance had to stop that. They had to put a notice on that. Imagine the United Kingdom not being able to do that. And just after Barclays did it, Santander, UK's NatWest also blocked payment to Binance. So now getting money out was not easy. And I think this is going to have a domino effect with their providers in Europe. Consumer walking. I'm not doing good today. Anyways, consumer warning on Binance Markets Limited and the Binance Group. And this was the thing that was published by FCA on their official website. And FCA is the Financial Conduct Authority, which is the official regulator in the United Kingdom. There's another really interesting, the world's biggest crypto exchange is running into trouble everywhere. It's a really good article on Quartz. It was done a little ways back, but it talks about how it is literally being cracked down is happening in China, India, Turkey, Nigeria, planning to restrict or curtail crypto trading. Turkey is huge for Binance, and Binance has a really easy mechanism of offloading and unloading funds via the banks over here. So if you make money, you're allowed up to, I don't know, maybe 4 million Turkish lira a day, which is maybe up to $500,000 worth of trades that you can just take out on your bank and very easily cash out. And it's being used a lot. So I think Binance is definitely going to run into some problems in Turkey. I live in Istanbul, so I can tell you the fact that that's going to happen, and it's coming, because the ease at which you can load money and offload money into Binance Turkey and then move it into Binance.com is worrying some, and I think that's going to take a toll on them. State of crypto. Binance is firmly in the regulatory crosshairs, no doubt about it. This gentleman, CZ Changzhou saying oh god, I forgot his name. I need to get his name right. But anyways, it'll come to me. Anyways, so CZ is on the crosshairs, and he is not going away easy. There seems to be a little bit of this air of confidence, "Hey, we are Binance, we can do everything," etc. Yeah, and I'm untouchable, etc. He is a Canadian national after all. So if he is convicted or asked, the ability to extradite him from the countries where he may be is going to be pretty easy, not going to be very difficult. Binance changes offering in Singapore as regulatory woes continue. Very recently, in September, it's facing problem in Singapore. By the way, it's also facing problems in Australia. Court orders Binance to trade cryptocurrency hackers. So the compliance part is very important. The crypto derivatives market for the Australian customers in December, has to get out of the market. Australia said, you don't have a license, get out of it. The South Africa, FSCA in South Africa, by the way, Binance got a warning, and this is the warning letter from it. The Financial Sector Conduct Authority warns the public to be cautious when dealing with Binance Group, as they're not authorized to give any financial advice or render any intermediary services in South Africa. The hits just keep on coming, right? Binance is big. We all know about it. They're getting the licenses. But I think all in all, we have to be looking back that they are going to go through the growing pains of getting regulated, and it's not going to be easy. There will be fines, there will be repercussions, and I think this is a fair chance to say the others will step in. Binance has opened up amazing blockchains. The Binance Smart Chain blockchain is doing very good. There are very good trading pairs. The technology is really good. They've got P2P, they've got derivatives, they've got futures. They've got so many things going for them. Why Binance does not continue to go the route of getting licensed properly is beyond me. They've had that opportunity. They've had it again and again. And I can tell you one thing with a little bit of confidence. I've heard, and I can say I've heard that the people at the helm of getting licensing, or at least advising for the purposes of getting licenses to Binance, were advising incorrectly. And because they were advising incorrectly, that decision went up the food chain and was, executed as such, which is why Binance is in a problem today. Had Binance, and this is just had Binance, taken the advice it was given, and this is circa 2019, November, December, January, February, those 4 months, then it would not be in the pretty pickle it is today. It is a strong contender, but so are very other companies that can go down like this. Bear Stearns, was a bank for 100 years. What was it? Blockbuster was huge, and it takes a Netscape, right? Let's not forget Netscape. Look at Yahoo, what it was at one point in time. It's irrelevant now. If Binance does not give serious thought to getting regulated in the right way, in the correct fashion, bringing anti-money laundering controls, bringing identity controls, and putting, getting the right regulatory licenses from all the territories that they're dealing with, I think they're going to lose out a lot. Nigeria, Turkey, Brazil, the EU, the UK, Russia, China, Japan, the GCC, the United States. There's so many examples, so many countries in Africa where they're active, and they may just be punished for that. Anyways, that's just my opinion I wanted to give. Let me know what you think about in the comments below. Till next time, Faisal Khan signing out.